Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are ready to rock. Now, I know I said in the last episode that we'd do this camp in this one, but I've been thinking about it and I've decided that actually we're not going to do this camp. There's no way we'd be able to do it without 3 or 4 deaths occurring. The Chosen and the special guy, Brocker, Skullcrusher, they're not the issue, it's the unholds that are the problem. My tanks just simply don't have the fatigue to do Indom. 25 fatigue, he's only got 28 fatigue. So this guy can't even Indom most of the time, and these guys don't have the fatigue to keep Indom up for long periods because I didn't give them Brawny, which was a huge mistake in the end. I should have given them Brawny instead of Taunt, because I haven't used Taunt that much in this campaign. So we're not going to do that camp. Instead, we're going to come over here and we're going to do this Undead Camp, which I found. Normally, I wouldn't rush it. Like I said, this is an endgame camp. These are all really late endgame camps. Normally, I'd leave it and come back. We've still got about 50 days left until the year is up. So I'd spend those 50 days exploring the wilds down over here, and over here, and doing any camps that we could do, leveling up, acquiring better gear, and then I'd come back to it. But I'm just not feeling this campaign anymore, to be honest. We've already saved scum 5 times actually, if my memory serves correctly, which is my new personal best. But I don't want to do any more than that, if that makes sense. I don't want to save scum anymore. So if we fail this camp, then I'm just going to call it quits on this campaign. I've made a few mistakes with the leveling up. Like I said, I didn't give these guys Brawny. I haven't given my two-handers enough fatigue to really be able to utilize them. And I also forgot to up people's resolve. So people are constantly breaking because they've got low resolve and things like that. So, yeah, it's entirely my fault. I haven't built my men as well as I could have built them. So I'd be happy to start a new campaign. On top of that, we haven't found any unholds. We've been up here for 300 days. We've come up to the north every, 50 days or so. So we've been up to the north like 6 times now. And we've searched the entire north. And we haven't found a single furry unhold. Which means we can't get unhold fur padding, which is something else we need to be able to do the Chosen camp. That's another thing that we're missing that I'd want before we do one of those Chosen camps. So all in all, the campaign I feel is kind of petering to an end now anyway. We could spend the next 50 days exploring the wilds and leveling up like I said I would do, but I'm not really feeling it anymore. So we're just going to go ahead, we're going to try this Necromancer's Hidden Chambers because I've never seen an undead camp this big before. I've never seen an undead camp with more than one Necromancer and more than one hero and that many fallen heroes in it, so we're going to give it a go. So I shelled at 800 crowns and everyone gets in good spirit because they hire a bunch of prostitutes, I think, is the long and short of that message. We can't attack at night because we need the sniper to take out the Necromancers. So there's no Geist, so to speak of. Well, there are no Geists, simple as, but we're still going to take our Bannermen in there because I believe Fallen Heroes have Fearsome. And we're going to take Hans the Slaughter out because he's got the least defense, and we're going to put our sniper in. And then we're going to camp until morning, and then we're going to take this on. We've got Sir Dankwart the Undying, Sir Walram the Soulless, a few Necromancers, a plethora of armoured Widergangers, and many Fallen Heroes. I've never done an undead camp this big, so for experience and entertainment's sake, we're going to give it a go and deal with the outcome. So first thing we need to do is scout. So you've got a Necromancer there and a Necromancer there. There's the special guy. He looks like he's got a special shield, but not a very good one. And there, where's the other special guy? Yeah, there's the other special guy. And again, he looks like he has a special shield and not a very good one. So the loot already isn't particularly good. 29, let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, 20, 23, 22, 24, 26. So there's still 3 missing, which means there's probably a necromancer up here somewhere. So we're going to do like we normally do and rush forward. We'll set up a line up along here. A tank can go in there or in there even to hold the bottom flank. And we're going to set up here. So sniper's immediately going to come up and start looking for the other necromancer. Why can't you get there? Oh, because there's too many people in the way. That's not good. See, we've already messed up. The snow isn't helping, I don't think. Can't see the necromancer or anyone up here, so I think this might be... This can't be it. Where are the other 3? I'll have to keep an eye out to see if anyone's hidden next round. You need to go there. You need to come here. He needs to step back if he can. I don't think he'll get a chance to though. This is so dangerous. There's a number of necromancers here. We're not going to stand a chance, in my opinion. It's interesting they go for the tanks. The tanks have the most... You can come up and wait to disarm him. Tanks obviously have the most defense. Still getting nailed though by a bloody zombie. I wonder if being possessed increases the zombie's stats at all. I know it increases their AP so they can attack more. It doesn't increase their accuracy or anything like that. Right, no necromancer up there, no necromancer down here, so I don't know where the other 3 units are. They're obviously hiding somewhere. Come on mate, you need to move. There we go. Stop you from getting surrounded. I accidentally skipped with him. Oh, it's all going wrong. He's not going to be able to get away. Well, you can just wait to see if he can get away, because he's got pretty good defense. We're just going to shield wall with him, then move up here. Good, it's his turn now. Or his turn next. So shield wall and step away. No, he can't. Okay, so he's now stuck there. Shield wall and finish. Get your axe out. Good decapitation. That'll stop him from coming back. He's protecting in there, so we don't really need another guy. Well, I suppose we could put someone in there. Yeah. Right, well I have no idea where the other Necromancer is, so you're just going to come down here and start sniping at those two. We've already wasted 3 turns just looking for the other units. None of them are hidden, so I must have miscounted somehow. That's a bit more like it. We definitely want to target down. Good start. We want to target down the heroes without shields. Absolutely. See, look, this guy again just immediately has to recover, even though he's only got like 6 fatigue. He only had like he's got 5 or 6 fatigue. He can't even shield wall. He's got no fatigue whatsoever. He was an assassin, and I forgot to give. I didn't give him brawny, and it just doesn't work. So a lot of my soldiers I'm quite disappointed with because I built them poorly, or they're just not that good out of the gate anyway for some reason. Mainly because I built them poorly. But again, see, this guy doesn't have... He's got the man splitter, yeah, fair enough, but he doesn't have enough fatigue to swing it. I could give him a light... I should give him a lighter weapon, really. This guy doesn't have enough fatigue to shield wall. So I'm... This company I'm not particularly pleased with. I messed up quite a lot of it as we went. So I'm quite happy to call it quits at the end of this. At the end of this campaign, at the end of this level, according to how well it goes. I can't even see the other Necromancer. Good hit. There's one. The other one's hidden somewhere. Can't believe we're taking hits like that, which is so ridiculous. He's got like 50 defense. But this is what I mean, if I'd spent another 50 days in the wilds leveling these guys up and doing other camps that I could do, not only would I have better equipment, like better armor and weapons, they'd also have another 10 levels or so, which would give them an extra 10 defense and 10 offense, and that makes a big difference. Got rid of his helmet. You can get your long axe out, and oh no, he's got a shield, doesn't he? Yeah. Never mind, just go for him, and then him. There he is, he's behind that tree, so I'm not going to be able to get him, unfortunately. Because he's hidden behind that tree, I'd have to snipe from down here somewhere. And I'm not going to be able to do that because of the overflow of zombies coming around. So we're just going to have a Necromancer, because of that one fucking tree. We're just going to have a Necromancer constantly possessing these zombies. That's so unfortunate that he's got a tree for cover. If he didn't have that tree, this would be so much simpler. Right, I don't want my bannerman getting caught, so he's going to come up here, go after him, and go after him. See, look, he's only got 12 fatigue, but he can't even shield wall. He can only attack once. It's just he's got good defense, but once his that's it. He can't do anything but stand there and block attacks. My tanks are taking hits, but my two-handers are dodging. Come on. What are the odds of that? Chance 5% chance, and he hit it. Worried about this. He's got 9 lives, of course he does. We need to get rid of these undead heroes. These fallen heroes. There goes one champion. Yeah, I was worried about that. That's why I need to get rid of him so I can rotate him out. We need to get rid of the front line. Jeez, these necros. Yeah, I was worried about that. He took a big hit. Did his helmet go entirely? No, okay. Don't know what happened there. There's some weird glitch. Our sniper's also not doing too great. Right, you need to step in and stop the zombie from getting to the archer, because otherwise the archer's not going to be able to fire. Get your long axe out, go for the kill. Good. I was hoping you'd have another attack, but you don't. Good, kill that fallen hero. Another one steps in his place. We need to kill this fallen hero next. Gonna have to go on the offense here, guys. Running out of time and space. Oh shit, my sniper doesn't have recover for some reason. Oh, I don't think I gave him recover. Jeez, so many zombies. Shield. 2 hits. Ridiculous. Yeah, we're just starting to... You can recover. You can recover. Starting to get overwhelmed here. Necromancers are doing their job well and just keeping all the zombies coming. And I can't get a hit on him no matter what I do. Look how many zombies they're rezzing. And buffing as well. Yeah, this guy's dead. My favourite two-hander is going to die. And of course all the men get tired, so you're going to taunt him, but he's probably going to do a round swing anyway. You're going to rotate, and then rotate again when you can. You're going to attack. You can get your whip out and definitely disarm him. Keep hitting this guy's shield, it's really annoying. He's back, at least he doesn't have his weapon. Oh, can you please kill this fucking Necromancer? You've got 44% chance, you've missed like 10 shots. Oh good, he didn't go after the... I thought he'd go after the sniper. Whitman can handle one zombie. What's this guy going to do? He doesn't have a weapon, and he doesn't have a mouth to bite with. You can go after him. You can go after him. Oh, come on. What are the fucking odds? 37%. Now we're just hitting him in the armor. Typical. Oh, he skipped his turn instead of... Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't do anything right at the moment. He's going to round swing and kill him. There we go. Twice. Because I didn't disarm him with him, for some reason. I don't know why I skipped. I could have disarmed him, no problem. Just not playing it all well at the moment. I'm kind of done with this mercenary company as well. I'm not very pleased with the way they turned out for various reasons, as I've explained. No one has enough fatigue to do anything. They don't take hits very often, which is good, but that's about the it. Now you disarm him. Yep, useful. Like, what are the odds? 37%. Why is it only 37? I thought it was 44. There we go, finally, thank you. Take that zombie out as well while you're at it. Now there's only one Necromancer. I probably could have kept, or I could have kept him alive if I'd acted a bit sooner. Now I've got a free tank. These zombies just won't fuck off. I need to get the sniper down, all the way down and round so I can snipe him. Because of that stupid effing tree. We probably would have fought our way out by the time that happens. Nice miss, thank you very much. Oh, he's retreating now. Well, he'll rally though. He always rallies. No, now you can see him. Oh, maybe because he just took his turn. I don't know. I could go in there actually, that would be a good place for me to snipe him, I think. I'll give it a go. He's only got 285 armor. Well, the Necromancer's fleeing at least. Rotate in for him. Cover. Okay, the Necromancer's gone. See, if they're going to be surrounded like this, which they often are, I'd much rather give a tank Lone Wolf rather than Taunt, and then just send him up on the flank by himself, and that just increases their defense massively, obviously, because Lone Wolf, what does it do? It gives you like 15% or something? 15% bonus to melee skill, melee defense. So if this guy, let's say this is our best tank, he's got 95 at the moment, melee skill, because he's got shield wall up. That's basically 100. If he had Lone Wolf and was down here by himself and surrounded like he is at the moment, or like that guy is, he'd have 115 defense. They'd basically have no hope in hell of hitting him. Oh, I need to sub this guy out now, don't I? So rather than having Taunt, which is completely useless most of the time, I've found, because the enemies that you need to taunt are generally big, powerful enemies with two-handed weapons which have AoE attacks. So even if you taunt them, you can wait there to rotate the banner out when he needs it. Even if you taunt them successfully, they just do an area attack and hit the guy next to the guy that you're trying to prevent them from hitting anyway. So taunt is never actually that useful in my opinion. It has there has every now and then it has a niche use where having it is useful, but on the whole, I don't really find it that useful, to be honest. Oh, he's back. He didn't actually run away. He just moved a bit. That's annoying. You can get another quiver. And where is he? He's down here. So I actually need to... Oh, I'm just going to come around. See, if he had Lone Wolf, he wouldn't have taken any of these hits. I thought he was almost dead. We need to start attacking upwards. Oh, I should have killed him. Oh, that's quite useful, thank you. We need to free this tank. Shit, I forgot to disarm him. Oh, I didn't forget to disarm him, my turn's coming afterwards. Oh, I missed. Okay. We can recover. Still can't see the Necromancer for some reason. Now I can see him. So if I was playing properly, we probably could have done this without a death if I hadn't messed up. But like I said, I'm pretty much done with this company. I'm not that fussed about people dying now. This is the last battle that we're going to do, so enjoy it, people. We're going to start a new campaign again in the next run. Probably do Peasant Militia this time again. I did think about doing what I'd want to do, and this has been fun, but... But I do want to give the Peasant Militia a proper go and actually get to the late game with it, because I think having 4 extra brothers on the field who are really good would actually be a boon, would actually be of help to the company. And I just haven't done it yet. I said I'd do it and I haven't done it, so I'm just going to give it a go. Definitely rotate him out, although this guy doesn't have much armor either, so go for the attack. This guy's who I should have moved in there. That was a mistake. Oh good, he's attacking someone different. There we go, dead necro. Luckily I hit him with the helmet. Wonder what loot we'll get for this. Should be a famed item at the end. We got a couple of famed shields from those zombies, but I don't think they were very good. Probably something like reduced fatigue shields or some crap like that. Undead shields tend not to be very good. Some orc shields are good. Got 2 kills. T2 Andy got decapitated. We probably could have saved him. I could have done that without a death, to be honest. That was the helmet he was wearing. That was the armor he was wearing. That was the sword. So he got these 2 shields out of it. And as I thought, they're garbage. Well, range defense is good. Yeah, garbage. They're barely better than a kite shield. Melee defense plus extra 3 melee defense on that, and shield skills build up 2 less fatigue. And a lot of range defense on that, but that's about it. But I could have done that without anyone dying quite easily if I hadn't messed up. If I had disarmed him and then rotated him out, he probably would have survived. But yeah, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed this playthrough. I've really enjoyed this campaign, but I just messed up a couple of my brothers. Not having, as I've already explained earlier, not having brawny, not having enough fatigue, having taunt instead of lone wolf or something on my tanks, stuff like that. Not finding any unholds for the entire game has just really sucked. So I'm ready to call it quits on this campaign. I would spend another 50 days, like I said, going and exploring the wilds and leveling up and then coming back and doing these camps, but I think I'd much rather just restart and get some and build my brothers properly this time on a new playthrough. So guys, thanks ever so watching. If you stuck through for the entire campaign from start to finish, good for you. It's been a very long campaign. Thank you ever so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. I will see you all in the next one. Until then, peace out, and as always, stay classy. Actually, just before we leave, we'll have a quick run through of the brothers. Who do we have here? So we've got Hartmut, the Uber tank. Well, to be honest, I'm not particularly pleased with these brothers, like I said. They've all got good defense. Sniper was pretty good. He did his job. Sniper the Deer Hunter. He's only at level 11. As you can see, getting 100 range skill is really useful for taking out Necromancers and things like that. We've got Whitman the Savage. He was with us for a long time. He was a brave wild man. Just could do with a bit more defense. Quite happy with him as a disarming character with 93 melee skill is pretty good. Sir Lambert, our bannerman, the greedy bannerman. I was looking to replace him for a while because he's greedy, but 131 is pretty good resolve when you've got no skills in it, no stars in it. So he actually turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with him. So we've got a sellsword tank and an assassin. They were our Uber tanks. It's all well and good having this much defense, but if you don't have the fatigue needed to rotate, or in this instance taunt, or indomitable, I'm probably going to drop taunt, like I said. But you don't have if you don't have the fatigue to rotate or indom frequently, then you're just pointless. You're a useless tank. So you definitely need brawny on your tanks to help buff up their stam a bit more. And if I'd done the extra 10 levels like I thought, he'd have an extra 10 fatigue. So you get something like 15 to you get 17, I think, when you're wearing the heaviest gear. You get something like 17 back from brawny, plus an extra 10 for the extra 10 levels that I do in the wilds. That's 27 more fatigue than he'd have, which is 50 fatigue. Which again, it's not even great, but this guy's an assassin. So, like I said, if you do that with a farmhand or something like that, this guy, if he had an extra 20 fatigue, would have 74, 80 fatigue, something like that. So that would be amazing. And I've just called him two-hander. Dietrich two-hander. This guy was pretty good. Kettleman two-hander. He was a sword master. He was promising. He was coming along really nicely. But again, he won't have the stamina needed for AoE attacks and things like that because he's a sword master. So if you put him in the heaviest gear, which is this, let's put him in the helmet, for example, and that, he's only got 48 fatigue. Again, well, he's missing 2 levels, plus the extra 10 levels. And have I given him brawny? I've given him brawny. So, you know, that would be about 70, 60, 65, 70, something like that. Which isn't great, but, you know, he's a sword master, so he starts with low health and low fatigue. My throwers from the very beginning, these were my early characters. These are the ones I started with. One of them was, anyway. Wesley Snipes, good old Wesley Snipes was our first character, our first hunter. And he finished with 98 range skill. So he could have been a sniper, actually. I just didn't do it because he only had 2 in it rather than 3 like this guy had. Oh, this guy's only got 2 as well. Okay, well, whatever. There you go. This guy's only got 1, but still ended up with a nice throw with sure footing. Bit of melee defense in there. So we haven't used our throwers in ages because the end game's all about two-handers and leveling up your two-handers and getting really powerful hitters. Throwers are useful for Chosen, but that's about it. You use them in the Chosen camps, which I would have done at the end if we'd got to doing these camps. But you just get wrecked in the meantime if you're not high enough level. Or if you haven't got the right build. There used to be a build for it where you would... adrenaline rush, you'd recover adrenaline rush to make sure you go first next turn, and then indom, and then just repeat that cycle to make sure you've always got indom up, and that keeps the unholds locked in place so they can't throw you around. So you just put a couple of tanks in their way, constantly indom, recover an adrenaline rush to keep them in place, and then kill everything around them. But because in the new DLC they've changed adrenaline so that it uses one AP. You can't combine it with recover, so you can no longer. And also they've changed Indomitable to cost more fatigue, I think, or to cost more AP. so it doesn't sync in the way that it used to. So because of that, I'm trying to find a new way to deal with those late game unhold camps, and we just don't have it at the moment, especially with my messed up builds. Not enough fatigue and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Let's just retire and see how we did. Oh, we got this ending. Jeez, I thought we'd do better than that. A bitter end. I just got a new achievement. I guess I haven't retired with such low points. I think my points are normally about 700 to 800, something like that, maybe even more when I retire. I can't actually remember. But yeah, I'll leave this on the screen if you want to read it. It's just more of their writing. It talks about different people, Emmerich the Hedge Knight, for example, what he did, things like that. So if you want to read it, pause it and have a read, no problem at all. I'm not going to read through it myself because I've read through this ending like 100 times. Well, we could read it, why not? When you look over the elite, it was a mere handful of men scrambling to survive. Now it's more akin to a boisterous business adventure. But staying the business of killing was never your goal in life. I think that's meant to say staying in the business of killing was never your goal in life. With enough money, you retired away and left the company in charge of Sir Lambert Bannerman, one of your most trusted men. Unfortunately, your successors didn't quite have the knack for keeping the men safe. Last you heard, they took contract after contract, forever seeking more and more crowns, with no regard for their own safety. This aggressive pursuit of coin eventually led to the company's destruction in a battle between noble houses. Despite the elite's reputation, a noble baron had no problem using it as bait to draw out a much larger force. Thankfully, a few men did manage to retire just before this battle. You thought that Two-Hander the Gladiator would return to the arenas as you thought he might. See, that doesn't even make sense, that sentence. You thought that Two-Hander the Gladiator would return to the arena as you thought he might. Yeah, you've already said that. I think it's meant to say, that's supposed to not be there. It's supposed to say, Two-Hander the Gladiator returned to the arena as you thought he might. However, the news from the south speaks of an uprising of indebted and gladiators alike. Spartacus is going in the south. Unlike previous revolts, this one has viziers swinging from the rooftops and slavers being lynched in the streets. The general upheaval is apparently about to sit the once ring fighter as a legitimate power broker in the region. Okay, so Two-Hander went and started a revolt of the slaves, a bit like Spartacus. Good for him. Emmerich the Hedge Knight eventually left the company. He travelled the lands, returning to his favourite pastime of jousting, which was really a cover for his real favourite pastime of lancing men off horses in the shower of splinters and glory. Well, that's what jousting is, so yeah. At some point he was ordered to throw a match against a pitiful and gangly prince to earn the nobleman some prestige. Instead, the Hedge Knight drove his lance through the man's skull. Jeez. Furious, the lord of the land ordered the Hedge Knight killed. They say over 100 soldiers took to his home and only half returned alive. Good for you, Emmerich the Hedge Knight. You killed 50 men in your final stand against the bourgeois regime. Now, that's just how it is for mercenaries. The only thing that's safe about mercenary work is the understanding that not everyone is going to make it out alive. Everyone knows this when they sign on, yourself included. You got lucky, others did not. That's just how it is. You plan to live out the rest of your days as well as you can, not only for yourself, but for those that didn't make it. Well, I had about 50,000 crowns when I retired, I think, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's it, guys. Next campaign, we're going to do the Peasant Militia run-through again, I think. We're going to do it properly from start to finish. We're going to get to the very late game. We're going to go and explore the entire map. We're going to do the Black Monolith. We're going to do the Kraken. We're going to hopefully do the Sunken Library. And it's going to be awesome. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, peace out. And as always, stay classy.